Hello, friends. Welcome to this episode of 5 Minutes, please. Bas Panj Minute. We have been talking about politics all these days, and politics will be a subject of discussions for the next coming weeks because we are heading for general elections in the country. The first phase is over, and campaigning for the second phase would end today. And then Punjab would wait for its turn to vote on June 1. And June 4, results will be declared, and we will know who all are going to be in the Union Cabinet and who is going to be the next Prime Minister of India. So, anyways, that's little far fetched. For the time being, our focus is on people who have been changing loyalties. Earlier, they were addressed as defectors. Now they are being given a new nomenclature. People who change parties, they are called politically shrewd people. They know which bandwagon to ride and when to leave and when to ride a new bandwagon. So their moves are very well calculated. So they are no more known as defectors as we used to call them earlier, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and we used to view them as their IRAMs, GAIRAMs. But now, the Indian politics revolves around people who change loyalties at the last minute and grab their opportunities and join the powers to be or to avoid any sort of vendetta politics. So moves are well calculated and decisions are taken well in time, and the only people who are left guessing are the voters or the support bank or the vote bank of those people who change loyalties. But soon they win them back, saying they are into the right channel, into the right ruling group or the right political party, so that they can help their voters much more than what they were earlier. Earlier, they were in opposition, so they couldn't do much, and that's one excuse. They had to change loyalties, or they have to look for a party which gives them more opportunity, more exposure than the one in which they spent a few years. Others just came out of the party because they were denied ticket. Okay, that's fair enough. You were there just for the ticket, and moment you have been denied ticket, you have no right to stay on. So you continue with your work and you continue your search for a ticket or an entry to a legislature or parliament. That's fair enough. But who is going to look after the interest of your voters? The people who put their faith in you, who vote for you, and then expect results in return. Expect their grievances would be mitigated, their grievances would be readdressed, and they would have a dignified life, a respectable life in their own hometown, in their own city, in their own village. But this has not been happening for years together. People have been trusting their politicians, but without getting any satisfaction out of the system of electoral politics. Anyways, now let's have a look at the people who have been changing loyalties. Most of them change loyalties not because they were harassed or they were not feeling comfortable or with the ideology of the party or the stand taken by the party on one issue of public interest or any other issue, but they were feeling suffocated because they have been denied party ticket. So that is one reason one most popular reason for most of the people who changed loyalties during the last 3 to 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. A lot of them. And this trend is still continuing, even though, as I said, the first phase of electioneering is complete, campaigning for the second phase has ended, and now we are moving on to the second phase of polling and then the remaining 5 phases of polling, ending with the polls in Punjab on 1st of June. So, still a long way to go. And this time, not many new candidates have been thrown up by the system. We have been still talking about very old faces. People are coming back even in the 70s, 60s, and 80s. They're still fighting for party tickets and they're still contesting elections. So that is one area of concern. Why not infuse new blood into our body politic? Still, we have 70 years, 80 years olds contesting and they are still lining up, vying with each other, rubbing shoulders, and using all they have at their command, all power they have at their command to get a party nod or party approval to contest the elections. Lots of old faces you will watch again in the electoral fray, and not many new faces, and not many women, and not many youngsters. That is one sad part of this election. So I thought I must share my views on this and hope you also come out, make suggestions, and send me what you feel about our electoral process. So, this much for this episode. Next episode, I'll come up with a new subject. Till then, goodbye, stay happy, stay cool.